Hello, everybody. I'm here today to do a Niners versus Buccaneers Gamecast for you. So let's just get it on. All right. Opening kickoff is up and returned by Sean Tucker. All right. Actually, you know what? Let's tweet this out. All right. I'm gonna have to find a new thing for this, aren't I? Yeah, I'm gonna have to find a better stream. Just give me, man. I don't know why this always happens to me, but unfortunately, just give me a minute because I need to find a better, more updated stream here. All right, 2nd and 3. Rashad White up the left side, 5-yard gain. Sorry about this, guys. I'm trying to find a better stream here, so I can get this good for y'all. All right. It's like marginally ahead. Actually, no, that's way behind. Oh my goodness. You know what? I have an idea, chat. I have an idea, chat. I do have an idea. We will see if this idea works because it could be a great idea. Paramount Plus, is it going to work? Are you going to... All right. Yeah, this is just unfortunately going to be pretty far behind, I fear, because Paramount is behind. And I mean, if Paramount's going to be behind, then I can't expect. I'm trying to find anything that'll work, guys. I really am. I'm sorry. I mean, the Gamecast is ahead of everything I'm looking at. I mean, that's just not even a... Man, this is very upsetting. I'm sorry to anybody just tuning into the stream here. I am trying to find a link that will work for the stream. I mean, you're seeing all of this before I am, like well before I am. Man. All right, last thing I'll try, and then we'll, just go with it, whatever. All right, come on. All right. I do believe that I am caught up now, so we can start this up better than we were at before. All right. Sorry about that stream. Sorry about that chat. All right. One thing before we get going here, let me just tweet out the stream. Right. So just give me 1 minute here, guys. Whatever. Whatever. All right. Let me copy. We're cooking here, guys. We're cooking. We're cooking. We're cooking. Oh my goodness, bro. For some reason, the account isn't added on my profile. Nothing is going right now. That's all I'll say. All right. Game's coming back on here now any minute. Or any second now, actually. All right. 1st and 10. Niners ball. Mac Jones tossed to Christian McCaffrey up the left side, and he gets tackled after a gain of about 3 yards. All right. I have to do this really quick. Sorry about this, guys. All right. 2nd and 7. Mac Jones escapes the pressure, dives forward past the line of scrimmage after a gain, probably about 4 or 5 yards. Good pocket presence there by Mac Jones. Mac Jones toss up the right side, gets picked off, intercepted, fumbling over his own feet. He can't get up. The turf monster must have got to him. That's number 22. Kendall Vildor. That's a great interception there by Vildor to pick it off. Diving interception. Stumbled over his own feet a couple times. I don't know if there was like an injury or something because he literally just could not stand up for the life of himself. Hilarious, hilarious play though. All right, 1st and 10. Buccaneers ball once again. Baker Mayfield handoff to Bucky Irving Rashad White rather up the middle, and he takes it to about a 10-yard gain all the way down to the 2-yard line. Forgot there for a second that Bucky Irving obviously isn't playing anymore. He is injured, so that was a mistake. Handoff to Rashad White up the middle. That's a 2-yard gain. That's a touchdown for the Buccaneers. Great play by the Bucs to get on the board, adding 7 points after a interception by Kindle Vildor. Rashad White gets the goal line carry and muscles his way on in for the touchdown. Rashad White's 4th rushing touchdown this season. And the kick by Chase McLaughlin is up and good. 7-0 lead for the Buccaneers. Man, oh man, do I wish those ads would stop. All right, all right, all right. Let me pull up here the rosters and depth charts because I did forget to do that earlier. Have people ever heard of? Uh, 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 uh. My bad, my bad. All right, all right, all right. San Francisco in this game still without Purdy, still without Ricky Pearsall. They do get Juwan Jennings back, and George Kittle is still out. So this is a pretty battered uh, group for the 49ers. Not that we don't typically see that. I feel like that is just routine for them these years. Also, still without Brandon Ayuk. He hasn't played at all this season. Who else on this team is out today? Mm, Yetur Gross Matos, former first round pick, I believe. Bucs are without Bucky Irving, who will be out for a decent time. I think he's going to be out for like another week or two at least. Sean Kendrick Bourne now after his massive game last week. Yeah, so Bucky Irving's out, Mike Evans is out, Chris Godwin is out. It's going to be the Egbuka and Sterling Shepard show. Maybe Tez Johnson we get to see a little bit. This would be the kind of game that you see Jalen McMillan really go off, but obviously he's on season-ending IR or likely season-ending IR. And they're replaying that interception that Mac Jones threw. I mean, it was intended for Kendrick Bourne, but just, you know, pressure got to him. Mac Jones, play action, rolling left, stays in the pocket, throws it deep. Kendrick Bourne wide open. That's a 40-yard gain. That's more. Wide open, middle of the field, takes it to the left sideline. I don't know how he got that open. Bounced out of bounds by Antoine Winfield. Man, that was just a simple crosser, and he was open from really the breaking point. It was just wide open from there. Well past midfield at this point for the 49ers. Kendrick Bourne, 18 receptions, 229 yards this year. Ridiculous stuff. CMC handoff. Bounce out to the right, up the sideline, 5 yards. McCaffrey with the most touches and scrimmage yards this season in the NFL. 2nd and 5. CMC in the backfield. Mac Jones steps back, throws the check down to CMC, and it bounces off his hands. Levante David there with the pressure on CMC making the catch. 3rd down. And the 49ers last week versus the Rams, that was a great game. 7 for 18 on 3rd downs. Mac Jones in shotgun drops back. Has a lot of pressure. Vita Vea on him, and there he goes down. Vita Vea brings him down. That was Vita Vea and Elijah Roberts, rookie out of SMU. 5th round pick. It's going to be 4th and 15, a 52-yarder coming here by Eddie Pinheiro. Panthers legend. Kick is up, and kick is good. Had some length on it, too. Probably could have hit 60. Man, I'm not sure where to watch the stream at because it's just like so behind anywhere I look to. Got some good baseball on tonight. Mariners at Blue Jays. That should be a great game. I'm excited for that one. Detroit plays the Chiefs tonight. Sunday Night Football. That's going to be a good game. Lots of good football on. I think we got the Bills tomorrow. Bills Falcons. Yeah, a lot to look forward to, man. Man, oh man, I wish that I had a stream that was up to date. Wow, the win probability is 73% for Tampa through 8 minutes or 7 minutes and 6 seconds of game time. 6, 7. Oh, shoot, 7. Now, how in the world is this stream this far behind? This stream is about a minute and a half behind, maybe more. Okay. This stream is like 10 seconds behind. And then this one, I don't even know. Let's going great. Going fantastic, honestly. Showing the old 49ers versus Tampa Bay rivalries. Man, those creamsicle jerseys are just elite. Sorry, no, they're not showing the rivalries. They're showing quarterbacks who have played for both teams. Long list: Jeff Garcia, Steve Young, among a few others. Not entirely sure why they're showing that because neither Mac Jones nor Baker have played on either team. Kickoff return by Sean Tucker. Brings it out past the 35. Syracuse legend, Sean Tucker, by the way. Yeah, all these Bucks wins have been very close. You have the Falcons missing a field goal week 1. Rashad White gets a last-second rushing touchdown week 2. Game-winning field goal for the Bucks in week 3 and week 5. First team in NFL history with 4 wins by 3 points or fewer through the first 5 games. How interesting. Cade Otton in motion, handoff to Rashad White up the middle. He's going to take it, do a little bit of a hurdle, and bring it to the first down yard line. Probably about half a yard or maybe 1 yard short. We have a Niner down on the field. Oh, is that Fred Warner? Fred Warner is down on the field, holding his knee in a lot of pain. We'll be going to commercial break here. That's not good. Fred Warner hurt on that one. Trying to see in Twitter what the word is. Let me just key search his name. See what people are saying. Fred Warner being carted off the field. Man, oh man. Yep. Everything I'm seeing on Twitter is not positive, we'll say that. The entire 49ers team cleared the bench and went up to Fred Warner. That is not a good sign at all. He looks to be in okay spirits. We'll see what happened here on this. Oh. That's so unfortunate. He got undercut. He was trying to run back into coverage to go make a tackle, and his own teammate landed on the back of his leg and probably just tore his ACL. Bucks have the ball on the 46-yard line. Handoff to Rashad White up the middle, 1 yard gain. Oof, that's probably a season ender. Not even probably. It's almost guaranteed to be a season ender. It was kind of like a hip drop tackle. His legs in an air cast. Yeah, I mean that's probably an ACL tear, maybe a dislocation of the knee or the ankle as well. 2nd and 9. Baker Mayfield steps back, looking towards the right, throws the K dot and gets batted down in midair. There, that was D Winners. We're seeing more footage of Fred Warner on the cart. I don't know why we need to see this. We know what the situation is. He's very injured. We don't need to see it again. Buccaneers are the 11th, tied 11th best third down team in the league. Baker Mayfield deep drop back. He escapes some pressure, squats through it. He's going to have to step back again, and he's going to get taken down. The entire D line gets to him. He tried to, I don't know. He tried to hop around a little bit there, and I mean, not the worst blocking ever. They did give him some decent time. Probably just nobody got open there. Nick Bosa is not even listed on the 49ers roster. How interesting. Buccaneers punt it. Deep punt. Pinning it deep on the 1. Brought out back a little bit to like the 14, 15-yard line by Sky Moore. Relegated to punt returner now. Man, Rico Dowdle. Over 230 yards back-to-back weeks. Almost back here from the commercial break. Next Sunday, Rams Jaguars in London. It's actually a really good game. Hand off to CMC up the middle, gets nowhere. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage, if anything. And Bryce Young looked great today. All right, sorry about that. 5-yard gain for CMC off a catch on the right sideline. It's going to be 3rd and 5 now. NFL history, minimum 100 games. CMC is the only player with 60-plus rushing yards and 40-plus receiving yards per game. How interesting. 3rd and 5 from the 18-yard line. Mac Jones an empty. 5 wide. He's got a clean pocket. He finds CMC on a little in route. Easy first down pickup. Yeah, Purdy with the toe is out. Pearsall with the knee is out. Kittle with the hamstring is out. Brandon Ayuk with the knee tear is still out since last year. It's like I said earlier, man. This is a injured group, to put it simply. False start on Kendrick Bourne. 1st and 15 for the Niners. Man, oh man. San Francisco, all 5 of their games this season is decided by 5 or fewer points. Mac Jones drops back. He looks for a short pass once again. Kendrick Bourne, yeah, or no, sorry, that's not Kendrick Bourne. That's Oh my goodness, who wears 3 for them? Why am I blanking on this? Was that Brian Robinson Jr.? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Brian Robinson Jr. Gain of 4. All right, 2nd and 11. Drops back. Little check down once again to CMC. That's another gain of maybe 4 yards. It's going to be 3rd and long. They're going to call it 3rd and 8. It's like 3rd and 7.5. Mac Jones drops back, has to scramble around, a lot of pressure, and he's going to get taken down pretty easily. Is there a fumble there? Nope. The O-line jumped back on it. And Thomas Morstead will come back out to punt. He really takes his time punting. He's a slow punt. That ball is going to bounce out of the 29-yard line. Hmm. Mm. I wonder why traditional long snappers are so much smaller than regular centers. The 49ers long snappers 5'10" 240, whereas all the centers on the roster between or there's only two actually. He's 6'4", 299 and 6'3", 315. So, that's a pretty large size difference. Interesting. Hey to David Podan. That was an illegal hands to face from Lenore. So it's 1st and 10 for the Bucks. We got a game break in the Raiders game. Geno Smith drops back. He's bouncing around. He checks over the middle. That's going to be Michael Mayer getting into the end zone for what, the second time this season, I think. Didn't he score in week 1? If I do remember correctly. All right, 1st and 10 from the 34. Sean Tucker in motion. Two running backs in the backfield. Fakes the handoff to Tucker. Hands it off to Rashad White instead. He goes up the middle and he's still up. Bounces out to the left. Still up a little more. Gets about 4 or 5 yards on that play. That's a pretty good play from Rashad White. I like that play call. That was good, like trickery. See, I don't know why this is a little bit blurry right now. Wait, I don't know. I feel like it's pretty blurry still. I don't know. It kind of naturally fixes itself normally. My bad. Sorry about that, chat. Baker Mayfield pass over the middle, incomplete for Emeka Egbuka. We're moving along. A little bit inside there. That could have been an easy first down, easy 20, 30-yard gain, but bad ball by Baker Mayfield. It's going to go 3rd and 7. 18 seconds remaining in the first. Baker only 20 passing yards in this first quarter. Drops back. He's looking over the middle. Finds Egbuka. Nope, it's going to be another drop. That one looked like it was a bit behind him again. That one more of a drop from Egbuka than the previous, but we'll see it on the replay here. It looked like that was again pretty far behind. It was, yeah. That's just another bad ball by Baker. Um, no, that one wasn't even a easier catch than the other one. Neither one of those was getting caught. No doubt about it. For those that are viewing, make sure to like the stream, subscribe to the Aboriginal Sports Network. While you're subscribing, you should subscribe to the Ball Knowers podcast as well. That's my channel. It's where uh, I do shows every um, Tuesday night, and this week I'll be doing it on Monday night. Um, just talking NFL, NBA, really whatever's happening in the sports world at the moment. We're up to 30 subscribers. It's really just exciting out here. I'll drop the link there. There's a link for those that would like to check it out. First and 10. Mac Jones under center. Drops back, and he's going to get sacked. Taken down. That's a forced fumble. Bounces around, but picked up by Luke Farrell. Great recovery there by the 49ers. That's going to be going into the end of the first quarter. That was a corner blitz. Just easily gets around the edge of Farrell. Luckily, he recovers enough to pick up the fumble, but a potentially costly mistake. All right. We could do a first quarter stats recap here. All right. Is this gonna be? All right, let me try. To, you know what? I feel like it's this light back here. And just like that, we're back, baby. Back, locked, and loaded. All right. Man, my nose is so itchy today. And this Packers game is 3-0. Bengals are keeping it close, which is pretty surprising. Ooh, Genty just got absolutely blown up. Raiders are winning against the Titans 10-0. All right, we're back for the beginning of the second quarter. Mac Jones with the ball. Shotgun formation. Drops back, throws it over the middle. That's a deep pass to Kendrick Bourne, who has the ball and more. He's running up the sideline. 40, 50, 40, all the way down to the 30-yard line. Gets caught from behind, but a huge gain there. Flag on the play. I think they're going to call it horse collar. I mean, that's what Kendrick Bourne is calling it himself. Flag on the play. First down for the 49ers. I don't know what the flag was because I can't have my audio on. But doesn't matter. That's a great route by Kendrick Bourne. He gets pretty open over the middle. Bit of like a deep drag almost, like a 15 to 20-yard drag. Just gets open over the middle. It's going to be a handoff to CMC up the middle. He breaks a tackle, breaks another, and falls forward, probably about a gain of 7 yards. This 49ers offense, they're going to call it 8 yards. This 49ers offense is rolling right now. This drive specifically, last drive was a little bit uglier. Wasn't their best work. Wasn't their worst either. Met says flag. Yes, it was. Unsure what it was, though. It doesn't matter. Another handoff to CMC on a bit of a counter play. He gets literally ragdoll tossed behind the first down still. 3rd and 1. Kendrick Bourne coming back out for another play. Took a bit of a break there. All right. First and 10. Sorry, I didn't mention that, but Mac Jones got a little scramble there. Got a little scramble action. All right, moving right on along. First and 10 from the 22. Mac Jones deep drop back. Stands in the pocket, finds an open man for a 9-yard gain. That's going to be Kyle Juicy Juice Usacek, the fullback. Juicy Juice. On a bit of a Texas route almost. It's kind of like a dig. I'm sorry, a zig slash Texas route coming through with a motion from Juszczyk. That's an interesting route there that Shanahan drew up. Hand off to CMC, power his way on for first and goal down to the 8. First and goal under 12 minutes remaining in the half. Empty formation, screen pass to CMC, who runs into his own man, bounces off his own man, jumps over his own man, and gets past the 5-yard line. And then he's calling to come out of the game. Wonder if he's tweaked something there or something. I mean, he ran off the field pretty fine, but wow. The Bucks have allowed 9 straight red zone touchdowns, the longest streak in the league. Mac Jones going to pass here on second and goal from the 5. He's going to scramble out left, looking to still pass. Makes the pass, gets taken down. Still completes it, though, to Brian Robinson. What an unbelievable catch and throw. As he's getting taken down, still finds the way to make the pass. He had a clean pocket. He decided to bounce out to the left, follow his receivers, fake the pass to whoever, and then as he's getting ripped down by is that Shoyinka maybe, he finds an open Brian Robinson near the goal line. That's a great play. 8 straight completions for McCorkle Jones. Third and goal. Receiver in motion, handoff to Christian McCaffrey, who's going to fall he's going to get taken down at about the 1-yard line. Flag on the play. Offsides on the defense. I would assume a CMC handoff, and it is up the middle. Walks on in for the touchdown. 49ers truly on the board at this point. 9-7. 10-7 now after the extra point. Eddie Pinheiro. Matthew Golden did something cool. Oh, a great over the shoulder catch over Cam Taylor Britt. I'm not surprised. He sucks. All right, we're going to commentate the other games because got nothing else on. Hand off to Josh Jacobs, who runs up the middle. That's going to be a touchdown for the Packers. Finally on the board for a touchdown of their own. Raiders are still up 10-0 on the Titans. Packers going to be up 10-0 on the Bengals any second here. Great pass there to Van Jefferson on the right sideline. He's just wide open. I mean, that's just a great play. Pinheiro kicks off to Sean Tucker. He's going to bring this one out from about the 5, bounce it out to probably the 35-yard line. Sean Tucker's been one of the best kick returners in the league this season. He's been really consistently good. I'm glad they find some opportunity for him to play with the ball in his hands because, I mean, when you give Sean Tucker the ball in space, he will make some magic happen consistently. No bias, of course. He's going to just dive forward. It's so funny. First and 10 for the Bucks. Sterling Shepard in motion, handoff to Rashad White. He gets hit at the line of scrimmage, brought down after a gain of 2. Second and 8. Baker Mayfield under center. Motions at Rashad White. Throws over the middle to wide open Emeka Egbuka. Past the 50-yard line he goes before getting tackled. On to the race. First and 10. It's one of Egbuka's quieter games. Baker fakes a handoff to Rashad White, finds an open Cade Otton in the flat, who's going to take the first down and more before getting flipped on his head. Oh my goodness. That was just evil. Diamador Lenore just picked up Cade Otton and flipped him over. He just tossed him. I respect it. First and 10. Baker Mayfield finds Cade Otton once again in the flat. This one going to be for a gain of maybe 4 or 5 yards. He's starting to really break onto the scene a little bit more this year. I feel like he's starting to find his rhythm. Cade Otton, that is. while I'm waiting, I'm gonna see if I have any homework today. Baker Mayfield with Rashad White in the backfield. Motions the tight end. Hand it off to White. Up the middle. Push for the first down. They're going to be short. Probably 3rd and 1 we're looking at. Maybe 3rd and inches. My bad, sorry. I was looking at something. Damn. All right. First down. Buccaneers. Rashad White gains the first up the middle. The Bucs are rolling here. Cam Ward had a bad fumble. Free rusher up the middle. My goodness. My God, it was Devin White on the fumble. Fair enough. Motions Tez Johnson. Immediately hits a slip screen. Rashad White and brought down after a gain of 5, past the 10. Not 1st and goal, though. It's going to be 2nd and 5, maybe 2nd and 6. Sean Tucker, I just completely missed it. Got a touchdown. Left side, 9-yard gain. Sean Tucker. We'll see it again here. Lined up at the backfield. Baker Mayfield in under the center. Fakes the handoff to the tight end. Counter. Sean Tucker bounces left side. Nobody touches him. Walks in to the end zone. Chase McLaughlin. Extra point is good as well. They're up 14-10 on the Niners. Certainly is going to be the best game of the afternoon slate. Much better than the 10-0 Bengals Packers game or the 10-0 Titans Raiders game. Sean Tucker, I believe his first touchdown on the season. Syracuse legend Sean Tucker. Was he a UDFA? Yeah, he was. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Sean Tucker, UDFA. Right? Yeah. If they just show his experience, which is kind of funny. Come on, drop down again. All right, all 3 games are on commercial break, so nothing to commentate around this time. But yeah, no. So far, a pretty good game. Buccaneers been able to run the ball pretty consistently. Kate Otten had a nice drive there, 2 back-to-back catches. 49ers been struggling to move the ball. That last drive by them, the touchdown scoring drive, was pretty good. Really off that Kendrick Bourne catch, though, is how they, really got it done. But doesn't matter. As long as you get it done, it's all that matters, really, right? I chimed in with the left ear. And we're back. All three games returning at the same time. Actually, no, we're seeing some reruns of Panthers Cowboys. I don't think I saw who won that game. Oh, okay. They had a game winning field goal. That's crazy. Cowboys dropped to the Panthers. Panthers now 500 for first time in about 4 years. Pretty ridiculous stuff. I'm not gonna lie, Buccaneers. I don't care about this sandwich place. Please stop showing it. We're seeing a touchdown from every single game this today. Actually, sorry, we're recapping every game, but we're seeing most of the touchdowns. That Rams game only had two, so just another brutal loss from the Ravens. Have to imagine what Lamar's feeling right now. He's probably just so upset. The whole season is completely tanked. It was supposed to be one of the best teams of all time. Major disappointment. They're ruling Fred Warner. Yeah, so they're saying it's an ankle injury. He's in the locker room and he's done. That's what they're saying. Mac Jones under center, hands off to CMC, bounces up the middle, gets about a 7-yard gain after getting taken down. The end there. Let's update the scorecast or the gamecast rather. That was Tyke Smith on the takedown. Second and 3, 4.5 remaining in the second quarter. He's checking motion. Flip off to CMC, who stumbles to the the backfield, just to get taken down by Joe Tryon Shoyinka. Actually, no, that was rather not Joe Tryon Shoyinka. That was Servokea Dennis. Yeah, CMC just completely slips out on that right foot. It's taken down easily. 3rd and 6. Ironically, the 49ers are 3-4-6 on third down conversions today. Mac Jones and shotgun, CMC in the backfield. Jones looking to pass. He tosses it over the middle. Floater right into MVS's hands. Almost a 20-yard gain and a first down past midfield. And that was a beautiful balloon he threw. Usually I would say that is a negative, but there he just placed it perfectly into where only MVS could catch it and could get down safely before Tyke Smith was there to blow up the play. Good pass by Mac Jones. Good catch by MVS. 9 straight completions for Mac Jones. As he looks to air this one out real deep and throw his first incompletion in 10 passes. Nobody even in the vicinity of that pass. You could almost call that grounding because that was about 25 yards deeper than any receiver that was even on the field or on the team. All right. 2nd and 10. Just under 3 minutes remaining. 49ers from the 40-yard line. Hand off to CMC. Bounces out back up to the middle. Brought down after a gain of 3. It's going to be 3rd and long now. I feel like this was overall an okay week of football in comparison to what we've gotten this season. I mean, obviously that Thursday night game was simply fantastic, not only because the Giants won, but I think it was a pretty good game. But today's slate, I don't know. It was a little bit up and down. Mac Jones, 3rd and 6, gonna air it out left sideline. Jump ball to MVS, who's gonna catch it but get absolutely rocked in midair and not get his feet in bounds. My goodness. That was Tyke Smith there to just blow that play up. My goodness. Oh, he did get 2 feet down, but he didn't survive the ground. Wow, MVS. Good hit by Tyke. Pinheiro out for the 54-yarder. Let's see if he can kick his second 50-yarder of the game. This one 2 yards deeper than the last. Kick is up. It's looking left, but it curves back into the middle. It's good. 14-13. Score going in to the 2-minute warning, just about, in the second quarter. Pretty good game so far. On pace for both teams to score over 25. That's pretty good. All right. 1-minute drill for the Cincinnati Bengals down 10-0. Starting with the ball from their own 6 or 7 yard line. Open it up with a Chase Brown handoff. He gains 15 yards, and they're going to just walk their way back. No hurry. Not like we have 50 seconds left. Not like we have 3 timeouts. We're just going to mosey on our way down to the line of scrimmage. Waste 20 seconds. That's a completion to Jamar Chase, first down. 37 seconds remaining. They're past the 30-yard line now. They could make something happen here. Looks like Trey Hendrickson might have gotten shaken up a little bit. Kick is up to Sean Tucker, who's fumbles it in the end zone, but he picks back up and he's going to bring it out. Past the 20, 25, and gets pulled down at about the 27-yard line. Pass to Andre Yoshevich, who slips. Or sorry, that's Taylor Hudson, actually. I completely lied to you, who slips on the catch. And they're going to say does make the catch, survives the ground, gains 3 yards, and 2nd and 7, Cincinnati Bengals call a timeout. 29 seconds remaining at their own 30, maybe 34-yard line. They're going to say 30 seconds remaining in this half for the Bengals. Joe Flacco today is 6 for 11 for 26 yards. That is pitiful, because I just saw one catch for 10 yards and another catch for 3, which means I just saw half of his yards in the first half in the last 30 seconds. Cincinnati could really use a score here. They do get the ball to open up the second half. They could tie up the game pretty easily with field goal here, and then touchdown in the second half. Flacco looking to air it out will instead just check it on down. 3rd down and short. They're going to call another timeout. 25 seconds remaining. They just basically wasted 2 timeouts on a total of like 8 yards gained. That was Andre Yoshevich. Whatever. 2-minute warning in the Tampa Bay San Francisco 49ers game, by the way. 26 seconds remaining in the second quarter. 3rd and 2. Packers up 10-0. Bengals could really, really use a touchdown here. I mean, really use any sort of score. Likely a field goal. They're at their own 38. They're going to hand off up the middle to Samaje Perine, who barely gets the first down. And then the Bengals are going to use their 3rd timeout in a row. So about 11 or 12 yards gained. They use 3 timeouts. That is just sad. All right, we're coming back into the Tampa Bay versus San Francisco 49ers game here. Bucks have the ball on the 30-yard line, just about. 28-yard line, we'll call it. Hand off to Rashad White, who brings it up the middle, takes it to the left side, and falls just short of the first down. He had green daylight there had he not gotten tripped up from behind. Second and 1 with just over a minute and a half remaining. Chris Godwin and Mike Evans chopping it up on the sideline, both inactive today. Rashad White 10 for 50 and a touchdown on the day. Quick pass from Baker to Rashad White. Goes for a hurdle and gets into field goal range already for Chase McLaughlin. Bengals just let the clock run out and they'll go into halftime. They completely fumbled that entire drive. That was embarrassing. That was just embarrassing. Oh, 1 second remaining on the clock. What are you going to have, Joe Flacco try to throw a 50-yarder? There's no way. I'd rather have Evan McPherson just try to kick a 60-yarder and not make it. Yeah, it's going to be his career long. Embarrassing. Whatever. First and 10, a minute 17 remaining. Baker Mayfield, deep drop back, looks over the middle, throws it to Cade Otton, who gets the first down. About an 11-yard gain. 1 minute remaining. Past the 30-yard line now. It's going to be a 67-yard attempt for Evan McPherson, the longest in his career, to tie the NFL record. The practice kick is up and short. Timeout by the Packers. Yeah, there's just no way that McPherson gets this kick. There's literally not a single chance he gets it. He just doesn't have the leg power. They're going to send back Kayshawn Nixon to recover the missed field goal. Oh, that actually went in. That kick was good. There's a chance he makes it. Baker Mayfield throws it way deep. That's a wide open Tez Johnson. Walks on his in for his first career touchdown. Wide open up the right sideline. Oh, that's... Yep, I was right. The second kick is wide left and short. Gonna get brought out by Kayshawn Nixon. Tackled soon after. That's Cameron Johnson. On the touchdown. Not the same as Tez Johnson. I am mistaken about that. They're built very similarly, both very young. Cameron Johnston. What I can imagine to be his first career touchdown. Would I be correct? I would be. That's actually his first career catch. Cameron Johnson with his first career catch. Buccaneers go for 2 and don't get it. They tried to make this one a 9-point game. Wide open. Walks on in for the touchdown untouched. Great play by the Bucks and Cameron Johnson. I will likely have to take a little break at halftime. So, Not sure what I'm gonna do in that break. I'll throw up the stats on the screen for you guys to be able to read, and it won't be too long. It'll be like a 5-minute break I need, but that'll be at halftime. We've got 44 seconds till then. San Francisco still with all three timeouts. They could certainly get at least a field goal on the board. I believe they get the ball first as well. I don't want to be mistaken. They do get the ball first. They sure do. Stats are looking pretty good so far. Both quarterbacks having a good game. Just a tough interception by Mac Jones. His only incompletion in this bout. Ooh. Total yards on the first 4 drives, 44. Last 2 drives, 140 yards for the Bucks. 2 touchdowns, back-to-back drives. The offense is schmovin' for the Buccaneers. Here is the kickoff with 44 seconds remaining in the first half. Sky Moore back to receive. McLaughlin boots it. Sky Moore takes it on out. Past the 25, gets smoked right before the 30. "39 seconds remaining in the half. Mac Jones drops back, bounces around, throws a beautiful pass. Wide open. Wait, I'm blanking. Is that DeMarcus Robinson? Number 5, right? It looks like him. It sure is. Literally perfectly in the bucket, just bounces off of his hands, bounces off of his face. And that's another incompletion for Mac Jones. Drops back to pass once again, throws it right over the middle, right to DeMarcus Robinson, who he trusts right back to back, and I respect it. That's a completion past the 50 into field goal range. DeMarcus Robinson with the immediate comeback after a brutal drop on the first play. Good cut, good way to get open in the zone. Bounces off the first man, makes a man miss. Good contact balance, looking like Ashton Genty. Truly a brutal tackle attempt there. Was that Kyrie Tyke Smith, was it? It was Tyke Smith. 150 passing yards in the first half in 3 of his 4 starts this season for Mac Jones. He had 2 games in his previous 49 starts with 150 passing yards in the first half. They've had 3 plays of 20-plus yards. The Buccaneers have had 2. Lining up from the Bucks 40-yard line, 24 seconds remaining. Quick pass to CMC out the backfield. Maybe makes a man miss. He does not. Levante David's going to bring him down after a gain of 2. 49ers are going to be forced to use their second timeout. 1 timeout remaining. 18 seconds remaining. 2nd and 7 at about the 37-yard line. They could certainly still score a touchdown here. I would assume they kick a about 45-yard field goal, though. I mean, the Bucks. We've seen it 9 in a row. 9 red zone trips in a row. They have allowed a touchdown on. So, you know, there's certainly a chance that that happens once again. 49ers set to receive the second half kickoff, like I said. Mac Jones tosses to the right sideline to Demarcus Robinson, who catches it at the numbers. At about the 25-yard line, the Buccaneers wrestle around with him. Tyke Smith steps over him like he's Allen Iverson. Tyke Smith is just all over the place. I've said his name more than anybody in the game, it feels like. 11 seconds remaining. 49ers are going to have to use their final timeout. They're lined up at the 24-yard line on the right hash. No timeouts. This is risky business right here because you kind of have to take an end zone shot, maybe two, and then like that's all you have left. I mean, anything more than a 10-yard gain inside the sidelines will end the half. They're not going to be able to spike it. From the 24, Mac Jones. 10 seconds remaining. He's going to air it out to the end zone. Throws an absolute floater to the cameramen and the cheerleaders. That one goes out of bounds. 6 seconds left. And the kicking unit's going to come onto the field. I personally would have taken one more shot. Probably why I'm not a coach. Eddie Pinheiro, 2 kicks so far today. 2 makes so far today. 52, a 54. This one's going to be from 42. Like I said, what did I say? I was going to kick a 40-yarder, 45-yarder, 42-yarder for Eddie Pinheiro. Snap good, hold good, kick good down the middle. 20-16 is the score of this one. Going into halftime, likely, as Pinheiro looks to be shaken up after that kick. Maybe tweaked an ankle or something. He's hopping around. He can barely even walk right now. Did he break his foot or something? I can't even tell. Looks like his foot is mangled. All right, now he's just walking off basically fine. Unsure what happened there. That was kind of strange. This backdrop between Tony Romo and Jim Nantz is pretty cool. Like a San Francisco and Buccaneers logo combo, and they're switching their colors from red and black to gold and red for the Niners and Bucks, non-respectively. Oh, it's kind of cool. Cam Johnson's going to bring out this kickoff. And, yeah, going to halftime. Well, Olivier Sarr, buzzer beater win for the Raptors. Calvin Ridley downgraded to out or ruled out of the remainder of the Titans game with a hamstring injury. Ashton Genty got in the end zone with a rushing touchdown. Extended that lead to 17-0. All right. Like I said earlier, though, I will. All right. Let me take off my. Gonna turn off my thing, and I will be back in a moment. I will throw on your game stats for y'all. So here's the stats from this game. I can, you guys can read it in the meantime, and when I come back, I will break it all down. We do have what 15 minutes or something. So yeah, I'll be back in a minute though, guys. Stay with the Aboriginal Sports Network. Make sure to hit that subscribe button during this halftime show. We're back. We're back. We're back. Better than ever. Back for San Francisco 49ers versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 16-20 is the score. San Francisco has the ball to open the half. Mac Jones topped 200 passing yards in that first half. He's probably on pace for his best game of his career. Or close to it. A little pass over the middle to CMC. Just a little dump off, 5-yard, 6-yard gain. Oh, no, that was first and 15. Yes, that was like a 10-yard gain. You guys see that already, though. Let's look around the league to other games. Raiders Titans is on commercial. I think they're probably end of the third at this point. They started about a half hour earlier than these other games, 20, 30 minutes. Pass over the middle. Mac Jones, great pass to Kendrick Bourne. Honestly, Mac Jones is having a great game. He's making some really, really good passes. He's that second quarter, those last two drives, he made multiple good passes. Right there, another beautiful floater, right to where only Kendrick Bourne could catch it. Vildor brings him down, but just barely over the reaching arms of the linebacker. Mac Jones is dealing right now. Titans did get on the board in that third quarter. 17-3 is the score. The Raiders are the team driving, though. Mac Jones hands off. CMC gets blown up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. A balloon goes past the Bengals versus Packers screen as the Bengals are in the red zone. But a sack for Lucas Van Ness. Feels like we don't see that name very often. Third and goal for the Bengals, but they were within the 10-yard line. That's not the game we're talking about, though. We're talking about second and 10, 49ers ball. 47-yard line, San Fran side. Mac Jones evades pressure, throws to the opposite side. That's an open Jake Tonges. Short of the first, though. Third and 2. Mac Jones pushes over the middle, gets a first down. Next play scrambles to the right. Gets a 5-yard gain or so. Yep, looking. He's looking. Lots of time. Just takes off and runs anyways. 5-yard gain, goes out of bounds on his own side, and second and 5. So I'm very confused because I'm literally watching the Paramount CBS broadcast, and this is like the game cast is so far ahead. Does not make sense. Here's what I'll do instead, okay? I'm gonna try my streams one more time now that we're in the second half this time. So I'm gonna be I'm gonna be streaming from my computer first for now. Mac Jones pitch play to CMC up the right sideline. That's first down. That's more well into Bucks territory now. And this Niners offense, it's marching once again as they were in the end of the first half. They're just still going. Yeah, I think they're past the 25-yard line at this point. Mac Jones tosses over the middle. That Jake Tones again? No, it's not. It is. My bad. Jake Tongs just moving the ball here. Hand off to CMC up the middle. He might be at the first down. I think that's probably short. He gets blown up pretty early on. Ref looks like he's spotting it right in the middle. It's going to be 3rd and inches. Yeah, I don't know, man. Paramount is just going to be the one that's ahead, and the Gamecast just like is just so far ahead. I don't know. I don't know how. Whatever, whatever. Mac Jones under center. Snap count going down. Hands off to CMC up the middle. 3rd and 1. That's a first down. That was 3rd and inches, not even the whole yard. Easily a first for CMC though. Probably 5 extra, 4 extra. All right, here we go. Pass over the left side to CMC. Once again, we're just keeping it on Christian McCaffrey. Just short of the first down, he bounces out of bounds. But this offense is rolling through Christian McCaffrey. We've got a injury on the field for the Buccaneers. A pass interference as well. I would like to see what the play was called, but whatever, it's fine. All right, well, we're going to a timeout now. That was an offensive pass interference. After some confusion in a ref call, they're just going to go TV timeout. Look around the league. Punt return for the Raiders. Geno Smith coming back out, up 17-3. 12:45 left in the fourth. In the Packers Bengals game, we're seeing a quarterback comparison. Joe Flacco did get a passing touchdown. I did not see who scored it, but score is now 10-7. Jordan Love, no passing touchdowns on his stat card, but he does have an interception, so that's pretty good for him. Um, all right. Still in the TV timeout here. But we're back, and it looks like uh, that was Jacob Parrish, my bad, the rookie out of Kansas State, who got injured on that play, the third round rookie. But he looks to be fine now. The pass up to Tones is no good. Second and 20 now for the 49ers. 49ers. So, Chad, I do want to see, like, how does this sound? Is it probably too loud or? All right, how does this sound? Or this? This would be good too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is probably a good sound for me to do from now on. Moving along, third and 7 in the Buccaneers. All right, Buccaneers, San Francisco, 20-16. Bucks are winning. Third and 7. Mac Jones with the ball. Zips it over the middle. They're going to call it an interception. They're going to call it bounce off the ground. Incompletion to Kendrick Bourne. Eddie Pinheiro, fourth field goal attempt of the game. This one up and good. 29-yarder. All right, looking back at the Packers game, the Packers had the ball 29-yard line. Jordan Love pass over the middle to Tucker Kraft on first and 10. Sorry, that was Luke Musgrave. Ashton Genty with the ball. He breaks a tackle, stays on his feet. He's staying, pushing through, just short of the first down. We're seeing some Ashton Genty highlights in this game. He is clearly such a good running back. His contact balance is just phenomenal. His ability to really just push through defenders consistently is pretty special. But he's just such a bad. He's on such a bad team. Their O line is is obviously so awful, and the quarterback play has not been good. The receiver play has not been amazing either, and so it's really tough for him to really flourish in that offense this year. But he's showing the potential to be a great running back. Really wish they. I mean, they already had a bad O line, and then Colton Miller goes down for the season. It really can't get any worse. So, uh, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I hope that Genty can, not to be like how people say, like, oh, I hope he gets traded. He goes to a better team. Like that's not going to happen. But I hope that they can figure out. Maybe they get a quarterback next year. Like Sellers would really, I think, open up. Like whether it's Lenore Sellers or another um, quarterback that can run the ball, I think it would really open up this offense for them. They could run some read options or really just have a dual threat offense. As a pass to Trey Tucker, he breaks a tackle up the right sideline and just keeps going. Probably a 30-yard gain for Trey Tucker. Having another, I mean, that's the first play I've seen him make today, but he might be having another good game. I haven't really been watching these games really as much as the obviously the San Fran Tampa game. Eddie Pinheiro pins the ball on the one. Sean Tucker brings it out. brings it at 33-yard return, well past the 30. Man, Sean Tucker is a really good punt return or sorry, kick returner. Hand off to Genty. Gets tackled from the ankles from behind. By the ankles from behind. 2-yard gain. 7:20 remaining in this bout between two 4-1 juggernauts in the NFC. I mean, the San Francisco 49ers are just so injured that it's kind of difficult for them to be a true juggernaut at this point, I think. But I think that they could still be a good team once Purdy comes back and Pearsall and the Kittle comes back. Their offense is going to be good. Really, they're going to run well, but they're really just missing a defense right now. I mean, Bosa goes down, and then you just had Fred Warner go down to get put in an air cast. He's likely to be. I wasn't sure what the injury was, but it looked to be very serious. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's tough. I don't know. Their situation's not too good. Whatever though. Baker Mayfield hands it off to Rashad White, who bounces around his O lineman, who's on the ground, stays on his feet, falls with the defense to potentially a first down. It'll be just on the line. I could see them giving it to him. Bucks are probably just going to really try to chew up a bunch of clock on this drive. Just have a really slow, methodical drive that they can waste a lot of time on. Josh Jacobs scores a touchdown, maybe a 15-yard rushing touchdown up the middle, and extends the Packers' lead back up to what likely will be 10, assuming an extra point. The Raiders are in scoring range as well. Talking about Igbuka leading the way through 5 weeks. He has 445 receiving yards. Everyone else on the team has 470. He has 9 catches of 20 plus. The rest of the team has 6, and he has 5 touchdowns. The rest of the team has 3. This is all receiving. So Igbuka's really been their guy this year, and it was very helpful when Mike Evans was out there. He's not at his prime anymore, but he's still a player that teams have to worry about and put their best guy on or second best, one of the two. So he was taking a lot of attention away from Igbuka, but him out now. Obviously McMillan's been out, Chris Godwin's out. It's a tough situation for Igbuka to really thrive. I mean, he's playing a good defense, but it's just with no one else out there that's a real weapon. He's getting focused hard. Play action, toss to Tez Johnson. That one incomplete, just outside his reach. Tez Johnson is such a small little receiver. I mean, I feel like he could be a good gadget or maybe deep threat guy, but I don't really use him that often. I've always had that hope though. He is very small though. Hand off to Raheem Mostert. Raiders gonna kick a field goal here. I would just go for it. I see no reason not to. I would go for it because I think getting a touchdown here can really help continue to unlock your offense. Get you a fourth down practice. They're gonna call holding on Wirfs there. Wirfs is trying to debate it. I don't know. I can kind of see where the holding was, but it also looks like he kind of sold it. Whatever, 2nd and 20. Bucks have it on their own 35. 5 minutes remaining in the third. Tez Johnson in motion. Baker Mayfield deep in the pocket. He looks over the middle for Cade Otton. 5-yard gain before he gets absolutely whooped by an incoming heater. That was 48. Tatum Bethune. Tatum Bethune. 7th round pick out of Florida State last season. He played in 5 games last year. Made a couple sacks. Baker Mayfield escapes a lot of pressure. One of them being from Tatum Bethune. Goes on the run, makes a man miss, goes through another man and reaches across the first down line. That is just Baker going to work. Oh my goodness. My goodness, by Baker. Really just making men miss, juking a man out, stepping over another man. All these defenders, nobody could bring him down. He's got the heart. And well before his knee touches, his arm reaches across the first down line. That is heart. That is grit by Baker Mayfield. Good play. Good play. Now Baker flips it over to Sean Tucker. Runs right into Colton Miller and gets taken down instantly. Please don't tell me I'm completely wrong. That is Colton Miller. Ryan Miller. Is that Ryan Miller? Oh, who's Colton Miller? Was a former Colts tight end, I want to say. Can anybody correct me if I'm wrong on that? I'm looking this up now. Colton. No, no, no. He not a tight end. He's a. I mean, that's that. Colton Miller's the Raiders. Uh, yeah, offensive tackle. I feel like there was a former. Whatever. Who cares? All right, Baker bombs away. Tez Johnson with the catch. He got it. Shoulder pad comes undone. It doesn't matter. Tez Johnson does a front handspring into the end zone. And Baker's screaming. That was a beauty of a bomb. Right on the money. As I'm just yapping about Colton Miller, Baker throws a beautiful pass. Wow. What a dot by Baker Mayfield. Let's see it again. Tez Johnson puts his hand up immediately because he knew I got a house call on my hands. He holds onto it. What a great that's a good pass, but that's a fantastic catch. Outstretches his arms on as far as they can go, fingers to the sky, and that's his first career receiving touchdown. I said earlier that I thought Cameron Johnson was Tez Johnson. Well, no, this is Tez Johnson. They're both scoring today. Extra point is good. Tampa up 8. We saw earlier the Bucks go for 2 to extend the lead to 9. This time they're just going to kick the extra point and comfortably go up 8. Interesting strategy. That was a back handspring, not a front handspring. By Tez Johnson. Great celebration. Athletic freak, man. I was always a big fan of him. I thought he was him with Bo Nix. I thought they were such a dynamic duo. I kind of wanted them to pair up, but obviously you got Troy Franklin. Troy Franklin was better in college. But he was one of my draft deep deep draft crushes because he was drafted in the 7th round. Yeah, I don't know. I thought he was a dog there. Man, that Oregon lost to Indiana. Oregon fell to 8. Interesting. Wait, I want to see the rankings. Oh, we have some time here. I'm gonna pull up the rankings. Obviously, I just saw James Franklin got fired. For those that care. Where do I see the rankings? Oh, I see the rankings. Ohio State still at 1. Miami, Indiana up to 3. Makes sense. A&M's at 4. Ole Miss falls to 5. Bama 6. Yeah, I mean, this is a year like Ohio State consistently up there, Bama consistently up there, Georgia at 7 consistently up there, but LSU, Tennessee, kind of like Notre Dame, Oklahoma, whatever. A lot of these teams are consistently up there, but to see Indiana's not has not been a powerhouse football school in a while. Miami's up and down. Some years they're really good, some years they're not. They were good last year. Um, I don't know. I feel like Ole Miss isn't always consistently up there. A&M's not consistently always up there. Um, Memphis, South Florida. I mean, Texas State almost could have gotten ranked last week had they been had they won. They obviously got smoked. South Florida's legit, man. They're a good team. Vandy's up there. I feel like Vandy's consistently not been a great school for football. Excuse me. Um, whatever. Kickoff returned by Sky Moore. Oh, sorry, no, that's not. That's Brian Robinson who brings it back. Got a little shifty actually. Shout out Brian Robinson. Vandy, they got higher ranked from losing to Bama. Really? Spread was 13 and a half. They lost by 16. And they went up the rankings. What the hell? That's just insane. Okay. Anyways, 2nd and 7. Mac Jones holding up his finger like he's a weatherman. Tell where the wind goes. He's delivering a bomb on his next play. I can already tell. Never mind. It is a rush to CMC. Flip to CMC. Goes up the right side. Hurdles the defender, but tripped up just behind the first down line. Let's see what else happened. So Memphis goes up a lot. Virginia moves up. USC's fresh to the rankings. Texas back in the rankings. Uh, who did Texas beat? I forgot. I watched that game. Uh, Oklahoma. Yeah, Oklahoma's a fraud. We get to play them next week. Is Oklahoma even ranked still? Oh, they are. Yeah, I said it earlier. They fall to 14 and 13. They're coming to South Carolina. That's a game that we could win. I think. First down, Jawan Jennings. Welcome back, Jawan Jennings, to the lineup. Feel like I haven't said his name all game. Have I said his name at all today? Is that his first catch? Uh, Jawan Jennings' first catch of the game, first target of the game. Yeah, I haven't said his name at all. Yeah, I was excited to see how much he was going to open up this offense. I don't honestly I can't even tell you how much he's played because I have not even like thought about him. Whatever. Mac Jones directly under center. CMC goes out. Mac Jones whips it to Jake Tomes. First down. Out of bounds. Clock's still running. I don't really get how the clock works because he caught it and went out of bounds. A little bit of like an out route. Just beats Levante David there. I think that's Zion McCollum. Oh no, it's completely misspoke. Um, let me see. CMC rushes for about a gain of 4 or 5. Flags on the play. They're pushing it forward. Maybe a gain of 8 or 9 now. That line kept getting pushed. Um, Jacob Parrish. Okay. Jacob Parrish, Deion Jones, and Levante David. Okay. Yeah, Diaby got shook up on that play. We're seeing again Baker doing his little celebration, mean mugging. It was a great pass by Baker. Really, just a dime. Bengals up to 10 points. They got a field goal too. Okay. Raiders obviously set up for a field goal, like I said earlier. Cam Ward with the ball. 3 minutes, just over 3 minutes remaining in the fourth. Up 20 to, or sorry, down 20 to 3. He has 165 passing yards and an interception today. Fourth and 3, basically fourth and goal. The first down line is a quarter inch from the goal line. Cam Ward throws it away. Oh, throws it to Alike Yamanor, and they're going to call a pass interference, I believe. It looked more like he just got slipped up in the end zone. Cam Ward also kind of threw it out of bounds. They're going to call defensive pass interference. That's a tough call. I mean, I don't know if I would agree with it, but they want to keep the game interesting. You know, NFL made a call. Make Cam Ward look good. This ball, I think, literally goes out of bounds. It does. I mean, that was catchable. Cam Ward signaled for the flag. It's funny. Jordan Love under center. He throws it to Josh Jacobs, making receptions past the 40-yard line now. 9.5 remaining in that Packers-Bengals game. Packers lead by 7. Play action. Cam Ward looking under center. Throws it lasered to the middle of the end zone. That's number 88. David Martin Robinson. Shout out to anybody who had David Martin Robinson on their fantasy team today. That is the who of the week? David Martin Robinson. Shout out to him. Shout out to David Martin Robinson. Titans truly on the board now. 20-10 is the score. 3 minutes remaining. They're probably going to have to go for an onside as they are still 2 possessions down. It's a great pass by Cam Ward. A really, really good pass by Cam Ward. I mean, he was open, but not too open. That's a good pass. No doubt about it. Josh Jacobs running people over, pushing mans out of the way, stiff arming into the red zone, well past it. We got a real game to focus on here. 49ers with the ball entering the fourth quarter. Down 8. Both teams have 3 timeouts. Both teams are 4-1. Both teams leading their division at the moment, but a loss for the Niners here hurts them much more than it would hurt the Bucks. The Bucks basically with 2 more wins have this division locked up. Mac Jones handoff to CMC, runs up the middle for gain about 3 or 4, just really collects back the negative loss on first down. Tucker Kraft with the ball. He dives into the end zone. That's a touchdown. And he's fiery. This will be a tough one for the Bengals to come back to. I really don't see 2 touchdowns in their fourth quarter future. Despite the 10 points they scored, it felt more like an effort that they needed the defense to stand up, really stick up for. But the defense did in the first half, man. They did their job. Mac Jones under center gets sacked immediately. Levante David makes him fumble, and he recovers the ball. He's up and he's running to the end zone. He's celebrating. He hit Mac Jones so hard that ball popped out. That's a big turnover for the long-term captain. Potential Hall of Famer, really. I mean, probably not, but he's going to be like a Ring of Honor guy. He really just smoked Mac Jones blindside. Ball pops out. Levante David rolls on top. He kind of punched it out, honestly. That's terrible pocket ball management by Mac Jones, but he did kind of tap it out. Mm. The 3 people watching, make sure to like the stream and hit the subscribe button. I put my channel in the YouTube comments, so make sure to hit that subscribe button as well over there on the Ball and Overs podcast. Um, just I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Uh, I don't know who's your team and did they win this week? How's your fantasy teams doing? Just speaking of fantasy teams, how about I give you guys my fantasy recap for the leagues that I actually care about. I'm looking pretty good in them. Cam Little got 0 points today. Was he injured? He just didn't kick? What? All right, well, whatever. Trayvon Henderson just barely even got reps. 9 rushes. It's actually not that bad. Jose Flowers fumbled. Nice, bro. Love that. Yeah, bum. Yeah, my team it's good, but it's really injured. Hand off to Genty gets. Oh, that's Raheem Mostert who gets just absolutely obliterated in the backfield. Why Raheem Mostert's playing, not Genty, who's just standing on the sideline? Yeah, beyond me. Uh, no, that ball is out. I don't care. They're trying to figure out did his knee touch? That ball is so clearly moving before the knee touch. I don't care what Gene Steratore is saying. Wow, they're gonna reverse it. That's a crazy call. I disagree. I disagree. Yeah, I just don't see it there. Yeah, so it's 4th and 21. They called it a fumble, or sorry, just a sack, not a fumble. 4th and 21. Thomas Morstead going to punt to Cam Johnson. Sorry, just 1 second, guys. All right. Igbuka got hurt. I don't remember that happening. He's now downgraded to out. He had a hamstring injury. I mean, I didn't notice that. Whatever. I didn't notice that, but all right, whatever. Baker obviously the most fourth quarter passing touchdowns since 2023. They love to show that every week. Baker Mayfield whips it over the middle to Sterling Shepard, breaks a tackle, still on his feet. He's still rolling, jukes back inside the field and slips. That looks like the same play that he tore his ACL on a few years ago, where it's just like the same leg movement. But he's healthy. He's good. He's not on MetLife turf. That is why. Great play by Sterling Shepard. He's really still got it. He's still dominating. Not dominating, but he's still productive at his age. Jukes inside there, makes a man miss, then he just slips down inside. That's a dangerous way to go down. He could have taken a knee to the helmet. All right, Cam Ward with the ball, 2.5 remaining. They used all three timeouts. So they're going to have to a field goal slash touchdown on this drive, likely a touchdown, onside kick, and then recover, and then get the field goal slash touchdown, likely field goal on the last drive. Do I think that's going to happen? I'm going to say no. We're seeing again that Tucker Craft uh, touchdown, but I already told you about that because we're commentating 3 games. Wow, Max Crosby gets to Cam Ward instantly. Almost ripped the ball out. We're back to the 49ers. Buccaneers. Bucks still up 8, 11.5 remaining. 2nd and 4. Baker. Shotgun. Handoff to Rashad White. Sorry, Sean Tucker. Bounce left. First down. And a little bit more. Sean Tucker. Man, they really the Buccaneers are so fortunate. They have 3 good running backs. Bucky Irving, obviously, just fantastic. Rashad White's been playing. He's been very productive since in these games without Bucky. And then Sean Tucker's been productive today too. He had a really nice touchdown earlier today. So it's just, and he's been returning the ball, very well as well. So they've got multiple options. Oh, I think the Bucks they've got a chance to come out the NFC, man. I really do. I think they do. Whatever. 4th and 4. Bucks are gonna go for a field goal. It's gonna be a deep one, probably 50. Give me 50. Give me 52. Wait, no, it's gonna be like a. Oh, 49-yarder. My mistake. My bad, guys. Up, no good. Wide left. Still an 8-point game. 49ers ball now at midfield. Ish. Ish. Like the 30-some yard line. 31. That's a big lucky break for the 49ers. Titans moving the ball. That's Van Jefferson once again. Catches near to midfield. Great breakup there. Packers boxing up Jamar Chase today. Wait, am I not in the know? 24 on Packers. Corner. I'll tell you momentarily. Carrington Valentine. 2023 7th rounder out of Kentucky. Looks like he's been starting for them this year. Yeah, I mean he's played in 4 games. Kind of not starting. I mean he's actually really been a player for them. I feel like I've heard this name, but yeah, I mean I definitely I've heard the name. Whatever. Doesn't matter. We've got a game to call, right, guys? Yeah, but Carrington Valentine is strapping up Jamar Chase. All right, second down, 49er ball. Mac Jones just took a sack, 7-yarder. Cam Ward took a sack, and oh no, he didn't. Oh my God, Cam Ward just dropped the ball. Sorry, I'm trying to find the Cam Ward play that just happened. Trent Dilfer was fired at UAB. Or Trent Dilfer. Mac Jones, second straight game with 300 plus passing yards. His first time in his career. He's done that. And that game is over. Raiders, Titans. I think it was 20-3 or something. 20-10 is the final score. Whatever. They still took a big fat loss. Mac Jones under center, 3rd and 4. Airs it on out. Left sideline for Jawan Jennings that just sails on overhead. It's going to be 4th and 4 near midfield. I have to imagine they punt here. Only 2 timeouts remaining for the 49ers because Kyle Shanahan loves to use his timeouts early. Yeah, I mean, he didn't really have him open. We're being honest. He wasn't really open. Jacob Parrish, once again, there to make a play. They're going to punt from their own 45 on 4th and 4. I mean, you have to. I get it. I wouldn't. That's roughing the punter. That is roughing the punter. Thomas Morstead looks to be really messed up. He's limping hard. He has to jog off the field. Is that Vita Vea who ran into him? Vita Vea ran into the punter. And wow. It wasn't even close. Like, I wasn't even remotely close to blocking it. Vita Vea has short arms. He's never going to block a punt. Why would he do that? He's laughing about it. Really strange thing to do. I mean, that's a major mistake, but all right, 49ers ball again at the 50 now. 1st and 10. Quick pass on the out route to Kendrick Bourne, who gets the first down and a little bit more, falling past the first down and spins the ball. We saw a spin the ball for, I think it was JSN earlier today. Got a pass, or sorry, a unnecessary celebration. What do they call it? Whatever it is, you know what I'm talking about. Excessive celebration, whatever. They He did that because he spun the ball. So yeah, you can't be spinning the ball anymore, guys. Um, Whatever. Kindle Vildor is very animated after making a pass breakup on Kendrick Bourne there. I mean, it was a great rep by Vildor. Really got handsy on him. Just punches that ball before it comes out into the arms of Bourne. Good rep. Good rep. Shout out to those still watching the stream. Looks like the Bengals scored another touchdown. Joe Flacco, 25 for 40, 192, and 2 touchdowns. So they're only down 6 now. Packers have the ball on their own 38, handoff to Josh Jacobs. Bounces up the left sideline, stiff arms a man and falls forward, gain of 5. Back to the 49ers game. I mean, that Packers game has under 4 minutes remaining. That's intense. Mac Jones did a little flip to Jake Tonges, Jake Tones, and 9-yard gain. Then Mac Jones tries to do a tush push, doesn't even remotely get close. It's going to be 4th and inches. 4th and 1, probably. He might have lost yardage. Um, that was Mac Jones should not be doing any tush pushes ever. He probably squats like 100 pounds. All right, Jordan Love under center. Takes the handoff to Josh Jacobs. He's going to air it out before he gets sacked. Big sack by the Bengals there. They really needed that one. Oh, that's man, oh man, if only I could remember his name. I know it. I just can't think of it. Sounds stupid, but it's the truth. Um, Geno Stone. Bam, dude. I knew it was like Gerald Stone or something. I just couldn't think of his name. Whatever, whatever. They're saying it was a yard and 8 inches short. 4th and 1 or a foot and 8 inches. I don't know. Yeah, they're saying it's a foot and 8 inches short of the first down line. 4th and 1, they're going for it. They're 6 for 8 on 4th and short this season. 1 to 3 yards, what they consider 4th and short. Interesting stuff. This is half a yard, and we got offsides on the offense. Likely coming out with the field goal unit now. False start on the offense is what I meant to say, not offsides. Yep. Dumb, dumb, dumb. Man, if you're in here, did your fantasy team win today? I'm asking myself that. Let's go check on my ESPN leagues and my guillotine leagues. I look to be doing pretty well. In some of my other leagues, you know, it's give or take. Some I'm winning, some I'm not winning. I mean, man, some of my teams are just so underperforming. Uh, yeah, I don't know why, man. It's stuff out here. Amari DiMercado got point 0.1 points. Huh. But he's getting cut. I'll tell you that much. Could have sworn I just heard him say that the offsides, whatever. 3 people in the stream. Thanks for popping out, guys. Let's see. What did Jamel Dean do here? Oh, did he just get a pick there? Wow. I looked away for 1 minute, man. I'm sorry about that, y'all. That was a great play by Jamel Dean. He lurked over the top. He looked like he faked. What are they called? Stunted the like stunts more like a blitz, but he faked his zone to look like he was staying deep or staying shallow with the flat route, and then he stays back. And once Mac Jones tries to throw the deep route, because they had like one route going here and another route curving up ahead, he stayed in the middle, acted like he was staying up front. When they throw the deep route, he's there to jump up, make a really good interception. That was a really impressive catch by Jamal Dean, and a really good fake out to make Mac Jones not see him. Mac Jones having a decent game, but it's a lot of short, consistent things. He's made a decent few passes, but a lot of these things were rack. Um, I'm interested to see what his passing chart looks like after tonight. But yeah, no, he got faked out there. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. About it. Yeah, I really need just a generational game from Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt or JMO. You know, either one, man, either one. Yeah, this team is crazy, right? I have like Buka, who's out today. I've got Brock Bowers, who's out for the second week in a row. I've got Hampton, who's on IR, who's going to be out at least 4 weeks. They're saying it's going to be likely more. And then I have George Kittle, who's on IR. Then I have Rashi Rice, who's suspended. Then I have Quentin Johnson, who was ruled out today. And then I have CD Lamb, who was ruled out today for the third week in a row. This is my team is so cooked. All right. Hand off to Bucky Irving up the middle, gain of like 1 yard. They're gonna just take as much clock off as they can. Give this ball back to them with like a minute left, if they have to at all. All right, 1st and 10 on the 50-yard line. Baker Mayfield hands off to Rashad White, who fumbles the ball, and he's fighting with it with some 49ers. That might be a fumble. I don't know if he recovered it. They're gonna say he did. 2nd and 10, he just fell right back on the line of scrimmage. That's what? Baker Mayfield aborted? Excuse me? Huh? Anyways. All right. Sorry about that, guys. 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. The Buccaneers are moving here. Hand off to Rashad White. My bad. And brought down after about a gain of 2. Really nothing there to mention. 2:40 remaining in the second, or sorry, in that fourth quarter. So timeout by the 49ers. They're gonna have to start using them. This game's likely over. I mean, Chase McLaughlin's a really good kicker, so I don't really expect him to miss from this range. If he has to kick at all, they might just score a touchdown. As Lucas Haversick comes out to kick for the Packers. He kicked a 43-yarder, I think it said earlier today. This is a 39. It's up and it's good with a minute 50 remaining. Packers are now up 9. It's not looking good for the Bengals. But we'll see what Flacco Magic has in store. Mayfield handoff to Rashad White. Yeah, it's a gain of 4. Another timeout by the Niners. 0 timeouts remaining. And it is not looking good for the 49ers' chances, nor is it looking good for the Bengals' chances. Baker throws it over to the right side to can't even see who caught it. Was it Tez Johnson again? No, that's Cam Johnson. And gain of nothing. 4th and 3. They're gonna let this clock tick all the way down to the 2-minute warning. And then bring out the field goal unit, I would have to assume. Honestly, I don't hate going for it because a successful 3-yard play wins you it. I don't know. Are you more worried about completing a 3-yard pass slash 3-yard run or whatever, or are you more worried about them recovering an onside kick? I honestly, I'd take the 11-point lead actually. Yeah, because it's also a short kick. That's like a I don't know 35. Actually, no, it's probably gonna be like a 40-yarder. It's not that bad. That's pretty standard. Like I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, 40's like I don't know. It's not the easiest kick. It's not the hardest, but it's not the easiest. Now it's like if you're missing a 40, you're not on a team. Bengals are moving, but they're not moving fast enough. Past the 40 at this point. 50 seconds remaining. Samaje Perine barely gets to the line of scrimmage and gets out of bounds. Bengals are going to go for a field goal instead. Sorry about this, guys. 45 yarder. 45-yard attempt for the Buccaneers for the kick. Chase McLaughlin, 4th and 3. Kick is up and right down the middle, right on the money. Could have been good from 110. That was a bomb. And we are now looking at a 11-point lead. Ironically, the same exact position for both of these teams. Looks like the Packers Bengals game is over. Packers win 27-18. Bucks up 30 to 19. And just under 2 minutes remaining now. I do have to see what the Niners are going to do. Maybe they're actually going to pull out a deeper offense and checkdowns. I don't think that they have that, though.
Reception. Doubling. Got Chase up top.
Whoa. Slowing this down. I want to see this entirety. Sorry, guys. Mac Jones has the ball. He's trying to move as fast as he can, but he got sacked. So 2nd 19, a minute 30 remaining. This game is basically over at this point. Wow, McKinney was trying to head home. Yeah, second and 19. Now it's third and 19 after an incompletion from Mac Jones. McCorkle. Fortunately, it is over. 49ers just can't overcome these injuries, man. They are so injured. It's so unfortunate. I mean, so are the Bucks. The Bucks offense is very injured, but it's really this entire team from for the 49ers, offense and defense. It's tough to overcome. Mac Jones had two really, really poor interceptions. Um, yeah, man. He's all the counting stats he likes. He could hit 450 passing yards, like or 400 whatever, like he's Russell Wilson, but wouldn't matter. Wouldn't matter. This game is over, ladies and gentlemen. It's over. Pass over the middle of the CMC is just another check down spin move. Yeah, Bucks ball. Game over. That's gonna call it for this stream, though, guys. I am excited to watch the Lions Chiefs tonight. I think that'll be a pretty good game. But yeah, outside of that, don't know, man. I think it might be time to call the stream. So yeah, I don't know. Good game. Bucks win 30-19. Improved to 5-1. San Fran falls to 4-2. But until next time, I don't know. I mean, I'll be live tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. on the Aboriginal Sports. Or actually, no, it's just going to be a live show on my channel, guys. So feel free to come check it out. 9:30 p.m. tomorrow is when I will be live. Um, yeah, make sure to come check it out. And I don't know. Maybe I'll be back next week to stream another game, guys. Until next time. Yeah. Until next time. See you guys around. Peace.